All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 9th episode of Motor City Mirth, a comedy variety show that we've been doing here in Lake Orion, Michigan, where we have musicians, comedians, and people from all sorts of walks of life that we like to interview and get their perspective on things. We have 3 guests today. 2 of them have showed up. We have first to my right, G House, rapper G House. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing good, Andrew. It's an honor for me to be here.
Thank you. Glad to have you. And I heard that later on in the show you might be performing a few songs.
I mean, if you're lucky, yeah. If you play your cards right.
Okay. I didn't bring my card deck, but I'll play something right.
It's a metaphor, Andrew. It's a metaphor. It's not.
I'll have to look up this
that
metaphor. Okay.
It's called wordplay. Heard of it?
My grandpa mentioned that to me about 35 years ago.
Some of my songs have wordplay in them because they're rap songs.
Okay. Excellent.
So,
Our second guest is Dr. Bill Francis. How are you, sir?
Hi, I'm doing great. Thanks for having me. I'm very excited.
Yes.
I know this is mostly a comedy show, but
and music.
And music, of course. So it's very nice to be here. I've listened to your stuff. But I think it's very important to talk about the oceans at this time. You know, we had a 70-degree day in February in Michigan, you know, so talking about the oceans is very important.
And we can thank ExxonMobil for that, amongst many other companies.
Oh, yeah, you can thank them. Yeah.
Our third guest is running late. He is, many of you Metro Detroiter sports fans may know him. He is the Lions offensive coordinator, Ben Johnson. He texted me earlier and said that his team meeting was running late. He said Dan Campbell was a little upset. He was throwing a few chairs across the training room after he downed a 32-pack of Natty Light. So who knows? We might have a third guest pop up anytime. What encouraged you to start putting pen to paper and writing beats in the rap genre? What are some of your inspirations?
Just the fact that I knew nobody could do it as well as I could, honestly. Just the fact that, like, you know, my talent is unmatched and my potential is, like, unbounded. I knew that from a young age, and, you know, it was just a matter of just, you know, kind of trying. Honestly, not even that hard, you know, just kind of just doing it, you know. It just kind of came out of me naturally. I didn't even need to think about it.
Okay, so you're a step above
everyone.
Jay-Z.
Yes.
Is that the only rapper you know?
Well, give me some time. Kanye, but we don't like to talk about him.
The answer is yes. Any other rapper?
Yeah, sir. Can you come into the light?
There's like an old man.
Yeah, sir.
What's he holding?
Hello?
I think he's holding a light.
Who's that? Yeah. We're filming a show. Ben Johnson is running late, and he probably won't make it. Would you like to be on our show?
But of course, young man. But of course.
Yes, great.
I am but a humble servant.
All right. Does this humble servant have a name?
My name is Ebenezer Scrooge. Perhaps you've heard of me.
I have.
One of the great wealth creators of this generation in this city.
This generation. Okay.
I heard a stumble, a bump in the night, and I came to see what was going on.
Yeah, we're running a show in the studio.
You heard us in the night?
Yes. There was a noise, and I did not know what it was or what it could be, and so here I am. Pardon my attire. I was asleep.
Does he live in your studio?
Does he live?
I do. I live in the studio, yes. I live up in the sub-ceiling.
I was going to say, every once in a while during some of our shows, we hear...
That's just me skittering around.
Oh, okay. Do you have anyone else that lives with you up there, like a spouse?
Oh, yes. Yes, my ward, a young man. He waits on me hand and foot. In fact, Tim, where is my fatted goose, Tim?
A fatted goose?
My fatted goose
Fatted goose.
for the holidays.
I don't see hide nor hair of him, but maybe he's out at Meyer looking for that fatted goose. I don't know.
Meyer, is he the butcher?
We'll go with yes. Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
then that's better be where you are, Tim. I'll strap you to the board.
The board?
Yes, the board, the board that I strap him to when he's naughty, when he deserves a punishment.
So is that kind of ward? I got it.
It is whatever kind of board you wish it to be. It's the imaginary punishment board.
I said ward. I get the relationship now. I understand.
Oh yes, of course he is my ward, and he does go on a board.
Is that sort of like how Robin was Bruce Wayne's ward?
I don't think he didn't know what Meyer was. I don't think he's going to get the reference.
Sir, what year is it?
1937.
Yeah.
Okay.
see,
Okay. That
I've watched this show. This isn't the first time warp you've had.
we've had a couple.
You've watched this show?
Yeah, I'm a fan. That's why I thought it would be a good.
This is
place
episode 9, baby.
I thought it would be a good place to spread
This
my message.
This goes out worldwide.
I'm just trying to get the word out about the state of the ocean right now. So I'm just like, that's why I came on.
Yeah. So, Dr. Francis,
Yeah.
now, it has been reported in the last couple of years that the Great Barrier Reef is in a steep decline. Can you talk about that a little
Yes, just due to the rising ocean levels, rising heat levels, lowered oxygen levels, the coral reefs are getting what's called bleached.
Yeah.
They're turning completely ghost white.
So I always assume there were huge ships just dropping gallons and gallons of Clorox bleach, but that's not.
You thought they were dropping Clorox. Listen,
Hey, I mean,
Andrew.
that's the first thing when someone says bleach. You think Clorox.
Model, she just bleached her asshole.
Oh.
I get bleach on my T-shirt. Would I look like an asshole?
and all that
I
runoff from bleached assholes straight into the ocean.
Oh.
Believe it or not.
It's a Kanye lyric.
Track 3 on the life of Pablo, I believe.
Oh wait a minute, that's confusing now. That's very confusing. I thought you thought it was 1937.
Oh, I'm in and I'm out. What can I say?
He does seem kind of ethereal.
Much like Robert Plant of Led Zeppelin, you're not a traveler of time nor space. So
I exist
get
in
it.
all times and places.
Yep.
Years, minutes, moments, time, it is but a flat circle. And I appear
true.
where I shall, and I disappear once I have eaten my fatted goose.
Really waiting on that fatted goose.
All right, so G House, let's get back to you. I'm very interested in your music. You said that you have recorded a few songs.
Four.
Yeah, okay, you got 4 songs. Where can our viewers listen to them?
SoundCloud right now.
Okay.
Breakaway is the name of the mixtape.
Okay.
It's the best mixtape that's ever been made.
Wow.
Yep. It's the best mixtape that will ever be made because there's no point in me making a mixtape. It's just going to be LP to EP to album at this point.
Okay. Do you have any plans on doing a tour or
After the first album.
Yeah, you're gonna hit all the big spots. Madison Square Garden.
Actually, Madison Square Garden, I think, is probably my first stop after the mixtape. So I think we're ready for that at this point.
Okay.
Me and the team. Yeah.
I remember when they first built Madison Square Garden.
1937.
A beautiful stadium in the heart of New York.
Yes. Okay.
Well, this is all great.
Yeah.
I thought I would get a little more time to talk about the ocean. I'm going to be honest.
We have plenty of time.
It's a pretty bad situation right now. I don't know if you pay attention to the news, but we're in a bad
I
spot.
often do.
That-
Go ahead. The floor is yours, Dr. Francis.
There are garbage piles in the middle of the ocean, twice the size as Texas right now. That is not a joke. That is not.
I've heard of such things. Okay, so are you an activist where you are trying to corral governments and private entities to try to.
I am trying to wake people up to the horrible things happening on our ocean. Did you know that on these garbage piles, 184 days out of the year, there's a U2 concert being played in the middle of the Pacific Ocean?
Wow, so they moved from the Sphere in Las Vegas to.
Those are those people that had the brilliant idea to put their music directly on your
Exactly.
iPhone with iTunes without you asking.
I have some bad news. They decided to do that with fish.
I would never do that.
The jam band.
They've invented the jam band.
The jam band fish.
Or are you talking about literal fish?
No, fish in the ocean. I'm a marine biologist.
That does not mean you cannot have hobbies, young man.
You two are
You must have
beaming.
hobbies.
You two are beaming their shitty album into the lives of fish, and fish are killing themselves in droves. Okay.
Oh.
This is serious. This is why I came on to talk. There's shit going on that people don't even know about.
What about the gay fish?
The gay fish?
Gay fish.
Like Kanye?
Like Kanye.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha again.
You did get me.
Yeah.
You did get me.
It's like you're kind of here to talk about Kanye more than you're here to talk about the ocean. You ask me.
I have not brought up Kanye once, okay? I've brought up
You brought him up
garbage.
twice. You brought up Life of Pablo, and then you
I
brought up
I don't
the
listen.
South Park sketch.
I don't listen to music.
I don't think that's true.
Now,
I listen to you, but I don't
what's
listen to music.
Oh, thank you. I mean, obviously, but yeah.
to your knowledge, Dr. Francis, what effect has the Fukushima nuclear incident had on that part of the Pacific Ocean off the coast?
What impact has it had?
Yeah.
It's fucked everything up. That's what impact it's had.
Okay, but
Those fish
more
are still radioactive.
More specifically,
Radioactive fish, Andrew. What more specifics do you need? They're radioactive. Some of them glow in the dark.
oh, okay.
You're smiling.
Sorry.
This is serious, okay?
This-
Do you know how
this is
dependent the economy of Japan is dependent on fish?
And I recently heard a few other Eastern Asian countries are not going to buy seafood because recently they released that radioactive water from Fukushima into the ocean. So
Yeah, I would
that's gonna hurt their economy.
Yeah, when you're purchasing fish, I would give the Fukushima area where they dumped all the water a 1,000-mile berth. Just 1,000 miles in any direction is where I'd get the fish from.
That's how I made all of my money, actually. I bought up all of the fish from the Fukushima disaster, and I bought them for nothing, and I sell them for a half-pence.
A half-pence?
That is the price.
Now, do you
What
tell?
is Mike Pence's net worth? I'm not sure. I know it's not as much as mine.
One
but
full pence.
Because he is a
Because
pence.
he is a
Yes,
pence.
he has 1 pence.
I'm talking about like what's the conversion to dollars? I know it's probably like less than half of my net worth by like at least several orders of magnitude, but still.
Well, it's equal to about 3 pieces of copper. So you tell me.
I'm lost.
Now,
Okay. Simple conversions of money, me lad. I'm a banker by trade.
Mr. Scrooge, when you sell these radioactive fish, do you let the consumer know that they're radioactive?
Oh no!
Okay, so a true capitalist. So going back a little bit further in your past, how did you get into the business of being a financial guy?
Well, when I was born in the easternmost palace, my mother taught me the ways of finance. And so it only became natural that I would become an investment banker. And of course, as things do, it went very well. And here I am, rich as can be, and full of the most delectable candy fruits and leanest meats.
Wait a minute, leanest meats.
Yes, the highest quality lean meats.
What about the fatted goose, Scrooge?
Well,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
must every
What's
once
that,
in a
cheat
while
day?
have ourselves a trifle.
I think I've heard about you though. You're that guy who hates Christmas, right?
Well, I've never much understood it.
What's wrong with Christmas, Scrooge?
Yeah, what is wrong with Christmas?
It's one of the best times of the year. We celebrate our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do a Christmas album. I'd love for you to hear it.
And why were you so mean to Kermit the Frog?
Well, Kermit the Frog owes me money.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
He's 3 months behind on payments.
Famous.
I have a question because I want to see.
Don't you want to know what Kermit the Frog is behind on payments for?
I kind of do.
yeah,
I thought he
please,
worked for
please.
you.
He bought his girlfriend, Miss Piggy, a Brazilian butt lift.
No.
Oh, I bet that costs a lot of money
Yeah.
because
There's so much stress on our performers these days to look up.
I know
Tell me about it.
because I mean,
Jesus
if you know what I'm saying, she has to sit business class when she flies on
Are you
planes.
she
saying Miss
does-
Piggy has a big ass?
That's what
This
I
is
mean
what
by
we're talking
bu-
about?
It's
business
even
class.
bigger now.
That's a
at
joke from
34%
the
interest.
1996 movie Swingers. If you haven't seen it,
Like that's
with, John
borderline
Favreau.
bestiality, but like I'm not going to judge.
Yeah, you seem very
Floats your boat.
interested. But
Mr. Scrooge, I have a question. Have you ever had a dream of being visited by 3 different ghosts?
Oh, well,
Before?
yes, it was one of those dreams where I couldn't run very fast, so I beat them with my fists.
you
Okay.
beat up the ghosts?
Yes, I'm a black belt in Krav Maga.
impressive.
I did not know that.
Okay, so
That
you went
didn't
the
come
Israeli route rather than the Brazilian
Yes.
jiu-jitsu route. Okay. Now these ghosts, how would you describe them? What were their characteristics?
Well, one of them looked like my mother. That one was the first and easiest to dispatch. The second one looked like, well, my aunt, and that was a little bit strange.
I got a question here. How do you know you didn't actually just dispatch your mother and your aunt?
Well, of course, because I sent them a telegram the next day to tell them of my exploits, and they promptly wrote back.
Okay, just making sure for their sakes.
So was
Yours
it was just two ghosts?
Well, I was interrupted. The third ghost was a police officer.
Okay.
This is sounding like you beat up your mom and your aunt and the police were called.
Yeah, was this a dream or was this real life?
Well, I suppose it's possible that the constable came to my home and
Constable.
had words with me about maybe the blurring of my realities, but it is not exactly how I remember it.
Okay, fair enough.
I mean, the main point here is that he reached out to his loved ones and they responded positively, not not in fear for their lives, I'm assuming.
No, of course not. I maintain the purse strings for the family's trust,
Oh.
so very rarely do I hear much but positive
Yep.
things from the
Sip on
family.
this for that one.
Guys, does this look like an artichoke that has
Did you know 1 million seabirds die a year due to pollution?
one?
I'm
million?
I'm sitting here. I really thought I'd get some ocean time, you know?
We're giving you. You interrupted me when I was going to talk about this artichoke
You know, Dave East
statue.
talks
but-
about ocean
Talk?
time a lot in his raps. So now it's a Kanye West.
I don't listen to music. I don't know much about Kanye West. I just know about oceans. I know how much in trouble they are. Okay?
Okay. So back to this artichoke.
Do you shove it up your ass?
Ocean
No. I mean, it's a decorative artichoke. You don't use it for anything else. Yeah.
That looks nice. Like, what's the question about it?
I was just asking you guys, did it look like an artichoke?
Oh, this is definitely an artichoke. You can tell because of the leaves on the side.
Yeah.
Or like the actual parts that actually are the bottoms of flowers. Like those little parts of flowers that are at the bottom of the petals.
Yeah, but you don't eat these. You gotta take them off. And
No,
Did you know that?
You gotta get the
Did you know
hearts.
there's over 500 spots in the
peel it
ocean
off.
where there's just no oxygen?
No, you
there's just
peel-
no oxygen.
There's
The
no
fish
oxygen.
die. The algae dies. They
Oh,
call
okay.
them dead zones.
You peel
Wow.
it off and then you just scrape the bit off with your teeth. That's on
This is what it's like.
That
This
makes
is what
sense.
it's like to be a conservationist in 2024. Okay, everyone's distracted.
Did you know the
with
crocodile
meaningless
hunter?
bullshit? I did not know the crocodile hunter. Why do I always get asked this?
Because you seem like you might have.
I know. I know.
Our
I know.
stingrays-
Oh, I know.
our
I know his
stingrays-
son. I
our
know his
s-
son.
You know, Robert.
Robert Irwin. Yes, I know his son. He's a good
Secondary
guy.
question about that coming up. Are stingrays assholes or was
I thought his name was Steve Irwin.
his son is Robert?
Oh,
Are stingrays
sorry.
assholes?
You just got owned on your own show.
Are stingrays assholes or did the crocodile hunter have a bad
Look.
go of it?
That was. I don't like getting these details out because I'm
Just
close with
dish.
the family.
Yeah, please.
But that Stingray and Steve Irwin, who was the father, they had beef. They had huge
Yeah,
beef.
because he got a barb like right to the
Let me
heart.
tell you,
heart.
Yeah.
that Jeremy the Stingray, he was very pissed that the crocodile hunter was moving away from the swamps and into the ocean. He didn't like that switch.
Okay.
That was huge history, and that's why I say don't blame the Stingray. Steve Irwin had wronged that particular Stingray
is
before.
Jeremy now called the crocodile hunter?
Yes, he is, actually, yeah.
Oh, okay, great.
We call him CHH now, CHH sometimes.
And now, if Jeremy was a crocodile, he'd be the crocodile hunter.
Right, but he's a Stingray.
He's a stingray.
And he has sworn revenge on the whole family. Which is why you don't see Robert going into the ocean as much.
I can still make this even more complicated. Hold on. This is going to be the best rap song ever. It's going to be the crocodile hunter.
Hey, that's totally yours.
that
Just
could-
if you release this song,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
would stay away from oceans and open bodies of water.
Crocodile hunter. How can I tear thee asunder? I'm going
Oh.
fast, I'm going under. All these people, they make me blunder. I'm doing better, I'm doing good. All these people aren't from the hood. I swear I could. I'm that little engine that could.
Oh my God! Hell yeah!
Yes.
You woke Mr.
I-
Scrooge up from his meaning.
I should have recorded that, man. You should open that on your next.
You're not recording this.
You're not recording this?
I mean,
What are these things on our-
I mean,
We put on these
I
mics,
should have
we better
recorded
put-
it on my phone so you
all
know, we
right.
could have the audio right here. But anyway, we got on the cameras. You should open that. Use that as the opening track.
I think that's the first song from my LP.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say.
Crocodile hunter.
My next question to you, now when you embark on this big world tour, have you thought about who you would, or if you would like to have somebody open up for you,
I
or
think Drake could be a good opener. I think he's got potential.
Drake?
Yeah.
Okay, Drake. All right, great. That's all I have.
You sound like someone who doesn't know who Drake is.
Our director in the booth. His name's Drake.
Oh, Drake's directing this?
Drake Eubanks, Big Daddy Drzako in the booth is Drake. Is there a rapper named Drake?
There is, yes. Drake, Aubrey Drake.
I don't know if I'd call him a rapper.
You have a lot of music opinions.
He's a bit more of a pop star, in my opinion.
Oh.
I'm so confused by this man to my right.
I just think he likes music. I just think he really likes music.
What's your Scrooge? What's your favorite Drake album? Can I
Oh,
ask questions?
interesting.
Of course.
Well, of course, it has to be the record with Future. My favorite Drake song is Digital Dash.
Okay. It's kind of a deep cut.
The only song I know is "You used to call me on your cell phone."
Oh, the one that Trump danced to on SNL.
And that's the only reason.
how you know it.
That's the only reason I know it is because I saw Trump just kind of swaying back and forth. Yeah.
His stiff arms.
Yeah.
Andrew will just watch anything Trump's in.
He's an entertaining guy. Ask Kanye.
yeah.
Kanye likes him for a reason.
Kanye. So, not Dr. Francis, Ebenezer. Some
You were about to. You had a question ready for me.
no,
I
no.
saw your
You're
line.
about to ask it, so pipe down.
But my next question I do have for you,
No,
Dr.
no. Talk to the Charles Dickens character, please. Thank you.
Yes.
Charles Dickens?
I'm sure the oceans will be fine.
You know you're
Let's
a
just give him
fictional
another 10
character, right?
years.
Who is that?
He doesn't know he's a fictional character. He doesn't know he's a.
I feel like that would be
He's
like
a fictional character.
I feel like that would be
He's
a
a
reality
doctor.
bender
He's
thing.
not fictional.
No, you, Ebenezer Scrooge. You're a fictional. We read about you as like a fictional character, like in.
I assure you, I'm flesh and blood.
I know, but like it's like that movie.
Don't touch me.
It's like
I'm
that Will
rich.
Ferrell movie, where like he's a fictional character that comes to life.
Stranger Than Fiction.
Yeah, Stranger Than Fiction. Yeah.
So
I thought you were talking about Enchanted.
G House knew exactly where I was going with this. So when you were a very, very young man, Dr. or Mr. Scrooge, what are some of
You
your...
can call me Dr. Scrooge.
You cannot call him Dr. Scrooge.
Mr.
You have to earn this
I'm
title.
a doctor at making money.
That's not a doctorate.
You could have a
and
PhD in
slanging
economics.
puss.
What? There's no way you're getting any.
Oh, so
Look
much.
at-
I'm waist deep in it.
Look at your outfit. You have a gown on.
Ladies, I have quite the
Doesn't
fashion
matter,
sense.
he's
I'm
loaded.
quite the dandy, I'll have you
Doesn't
know.
matter, doctor. He's loaded. Ladies
That's
love
What
true.
the
He is
Popeye
loaded.
J?
He's really rich. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Mr. Scrooge, what are some of your earliest childhood memories?
Well,
Do you remember a specific...
well, of course, I was born, and there was that ordeal.
Are you sure about that?
That I was born.
Yes.
Yes, I'm quite certain we are not in a Kyle XY scenario. I have a belly button.
I just want to ask you, you did not all of a sudden physically come out of a book, like jump the pages,
like the page master.
like you jumped out of a book written by a
Yeah, like the
a
Page
certain-
Master.
I don't know what the Page Master is. Where an author,
It's
Charles...
I have come to a time of little culture.
Yeah.
Come to a time. I'm sorry.
Drake is a rapper. We don't know what the page master is. What time is this?
2024, buddy.
It is 8:15 p.m.
You can't tell the real time. That's
It's-
like
I
step,
just did.
That's like step one of recording a show. You can't tell them what time it
I
is.
don't know
That
when
breaks the
this
illusion.
episode is going to be released, but like on the day it's being recorded, it is like a leap year day. So there's that.
That's right,
Oh,
baby.
we're just doing the whole fucking thing now, huh?
Yes, we are.
Well, do you want me to give the address out? I'll give the address out too. Let's just get it all on the table.
You don't know the address.
I do know the address.
1375 Jocelyn Road, Lake Orion, Michigan.
48361. But back to Dr. Francis.
Yes, I would love to talk about the ocean with you.
Okay, now, are you limited to the ocean, or do you have facts about our beautiful Great Lakes that we are surrounded by? Because there are a lot of facts with that too.
Well, technically, I'm a marine biologist, so it encompasses all water. So yes, I do have some.
You know, I have a story about the Great Lakes.
I wanted to have
My
some questions
company,
about
a company
snapping
I
turtles.
bought
Those guys are
actually,
awesome.
recently introduced zebra mussels to Lake Michigan in an attempt to grow them and sell them.
That was you.
It was me.
Mussels
You
are
did
delicious.
that.
I did, and I made a
Mussels are
lot of
delicious.
money.
That's one of the biggest ecological disasters facing the Great Lakes.
Yeah.
It wasn't an ecological disaster for my wallet and
son of a
401k.
Bitch, Scrooge. How did I know? How did I know this was how it'd be? I knew you would be a cause of some trouble.
Ah, money.
I got a question for the marine biologist.
Yes.
Why
G-House,
are
of
snapping
course.
turtles so big?
Why are snapping turtles so big?
Why can't they just be like small,
Why
like
can't-
red-eared sliders?
Why can't
Actually, I know the
snapping
answer to
turtles
this
be
one.
small? Yeah.
The answer is because my companies, my trading companies, occasionally dump things overboard into rivers and streams, and some of them make the snapping turtles grow bigger.
You're just dumping shit too?
Sure, why not? Amortize it across the whole corporation.
This is what I'm talking
anything to
about.
make money,
This
right?
is what I'm
Yeah,
talking
for
about.
sure.
Look what the pursuit of money has done to our lakes, our oceans, and our rivers, okay? He's introducing invasive species. He's dumping trash and waste into this can't go on. Things are bad, okay?
How else are you supposed to get rid of plastic? I tried to burn it, but it was like a whole thing.
Any way to get rid of plastic. I don't know. Keep it in your house. Why, huh? Why did the fish's house have to
Which
get
one?
messed up?
Recycling.
He has multiple houses and he still
I have
dumping-
several Victorian
Nice.
estates, my palace on the shore, and
Nice.
of course there's my southern vacation home.
You
and
got a yacht yet?
Sure, I mean, yeah.
Private jet.
I'm working on a yacht.
Oh well, we're working on it. We're building
Trying to get
it.
my money
you know?
in first, though.
Now,
I like to fly my jet, or I hope to fly my jet from Detroit to Lansing and then back.
It's like a 15
yeah,
minute
15
flight.
minutes, yeah.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is about 15 minutes.
Do you know how much fuel you're kicking
about
into the
30
air
minutes.
just for that short trip?
I will one day die, and it will not be my problem.
You should be ashamed of yourself, Scrooge.
And yet I am extremely happy.
Oh my
At
God.
least until I get my fatted goose.
Yeah, where is Tim?
There's no way he found a fatted goose at 8:15 in Lake Orion.
Fatted goose in 2024, quite frankly.
You had to at least go to a farmer's market. None of them are open right now.
You have to reinvent
I thought he went to that butcher, Meyer.
Meyer's it's a place. They lied to you. It's not a butcher. It's a store.
They have a meat counter.
Your guy went to get a fatted goose where all the poor people shop. Huh? How do you feel about that?
Whatever is the best.
Hey,
I suppose.
I shop at Meyer. Are you saying I'm poor?
Point proven. Where all the poor people shop.
Yes.
Okay.
Please welcome Paul Rudd. Paul Rudd. Please welcome Paul Rudd.
What are you gonna do? Are you just showing it right on? You know what? You're doing this the smart way. You're pouring. I'll make it a little hot sauce puddle. Look at us. Hey, look at us. Look at us. Huh? Who would have thought? Not me.
Who would have thought?
Not me. I'm making a little hot sauce puddle.
You're so cool.
I'm making a little hot sauce puddle.
Say it again. Look at us.
Father, why am I the only one who hates Paul Rudd?
My son, I too hate Paul Rudd.
Cut this up. From the guys who brought you Dude, Where's My Jewel? And K-Holes 3000 brings you the most action-packed movie of the summer. The Rudley Boys.
Okay, we are going to get to our next segment. As everybody knows, the Oscars are coming up. I believe it premieres Sunday, March 10th. Now, are you guys...
Yes, plug the Oscars. They need the exposure.
They might.
I mean, I am on this show, so like we're getting more views than probably their pre-show.
One day, would you like to dabble in acting and possibly get an Oscar?
Oh, yeah. I think I'm going to go and get an EGOT at some point, but, probably for music first.
Yeah, you'd be up there with John Legend and a bunch of other people with EGOT. So, yeah, you're...
Whoopi Goldberg.
Whoopi Goldberg.
Several composers.
Yeah, yep. So, what... Out of the movies that came out last year, what are you guys' favorite films that you've seen?
I've got one. Oppenheimer, of course.
Yes.
Oppenheimer is the story of a scientist
the story of the original
who made some discoveries.
Wait, Oppenheimer is the story of a scientist?
It's the story of a scientist.
I thought it was about the first op.
He was an op to the Nazis, I'll tell you that much. But the Oppenheimer, it's a story about a scientist who's just trying to warn people, right? Just trying to warn people about some dangers that may be coming down the pipe,
Yeah.
And I don't know, for some reason, that just synchronizes with me. No reason at all.
Yeah. He tries to warn people, but then...
They kind of ignore him and talk over him and don't listen to him. Yeah. And then, it gets bad.
So are you saying you're going to...
But he's also responsible for the death of
so are you saying
200,000 people.
I'm not... it's not a perfect...
So, like, you're going to, like, pollute the ocean?
I
if
never
you
said
don't
I'm.
listen to you?
No, I'm not going to pollute the
Are
ocean.
you
I
working
love
on
the
like
ocean.
a ocean polluting technology right now?
I am
'Cause
not.
that's what it sounds
I'm
like.
doing everything I can to clean the ocean.
If you're comparing yourself to Oppenheimer.
It was. No metaphor is perfect.
Just saying.
Some are.
You don't know what metaphors are. That was established earlier.
Yeah. Touche. Scrooge?
I have only seen 2 movies. The first was a
One was probably Gone with the Wind. I'm, back in the 30s.
well, it was
Which you're from.
Yes, I did see Gone with the Wind. That was the second movie I saw. But it took a long time because the first one I saw was a train that was coming rapidly towards the screen. And I was in this theater with these people, and we were all terrified. We thought the train was coming directly at us.
That was
I thought I was going to be hit by a train.
the Lumiere brothers, right?
That movie holds
Yeah,
up.
those pieces of shit.
That it holds up, by the way. It's
Oh,
still very scary.
You know them personally.
Oh, I do. They owe me money for their ridiculous contraption.
the
All
camera?
right.
Yes, I financed it. It was a bank loan.
Wow.
It's creation and development. And then they brought it to me and I smashed it on the ground because I was scared of it. After I saw that ridiculous train video or whatever.
G-House, favorite movie of 2003? Or, 2023?
Definitely Oppenheimer, just the story of the first op, I think we've really discovered...
Op as in operation?
As in opposition. That's obviously what that movie's about.
Opposition to the Nazis, right?
Sure, why not?
Okay.
I mean, that's got to be what it's about. I don't know what else it could be about. But I definitely watched it, so...
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
Fantastic.
Definitely watched
I'm glad Barbie didn't get nominated. We don't need to be buying any more dolls. We don't need to
Nicki
be buying
Minaj
any more
got,
plastic.
Barbie got nominated
Nicki
for
Mi-
Best Picture, just
Nicki
so you know.
Minaj got nominated for an Oscar?
Did she? For what?
We're talking about Nicki Minaj, Barbie, right?
Oh.
Right. She's also called Barbie.
that
I
who-
was
not who
talking
we're
about
talking-
the dreadful Margot Robbie movie.
Oh, Margot Robbie is fine.
As fine as she may be, I can't imagine how many people went out and bought Barbies and then immediately threw them into the ocean. It had to have been quite a few.
Quite a few, and they're probably collecting in that island in the Pacific. That's the size of Texas, right?
Scrooge, you good?
Oh, I have a bit of the scarlet rot, unfortunately.
Is that COVID?
Well, we don't know exactly what it's called. I've heard it called tuberculosis, but it's just a bit of a spot on my lungs.
Did Scarlett Johansson give it to you?
Yes.
Okay, fantastic.
Don't you want to know when?
I want to know when and how.
Was it during the making of Lost in Translation?
It was during the making of Lost in Translation, of which I am executive producer and the main financier.
Yes.
Fucking guy.
How was Bill Murray on set? Because I
Oh,
heard
a dream, a lovely guy.
really, because
Really.
I've heard the exact opposite.
Oh, yes, I mean, he's quite the... He's, all artists, they are crazy. The more talented you are, the crazier you are, and the more difficult you are to handle. But of course you deserve that because of your talent. It is all a bit of give and take.
This guy gets me, by the way. Scrooge gets me.
Okay. Our next segment, and we don't have a whole lot of time left on the show, but we every once in a while we like to play the show, or play this game on the show called Would You Rather. Now, my first question.
And how does it go?
I'm going to ask you 2 questions, and you have to choose which one out of the 2 which you would rather do and give a justification.
Oh,
So,
devilish.
I'm going to start with Dr. Francis because one of these answers sort of has to do with the water. So, Dr. Francis, would you rather run 26 miles or swim 5 miles?
I come on this show. I have a doctorate.
Okay.
Yeah. a doctorate. You gotta.
And your point is?
You know how many fish I've had to look at. You know how many water samples I've had to take. And you're asking
Thousands.
me whether I'd run a marathon or swim 5 miles?
Absolutely.
I wouldn't swim 5 miles in any ocean. That's what I'll say. I hope I've gotten that across. That things are bad. We're not in a good spot right now.
What about swimming in the cleanest Great Lake, which is Lake Superior?
Well, Lake Superior is full of zebra mussels and lampreys.
Because of...
Yeah.
Big money, baby.
You know what, Andrew?
Right.
I'd rather run the 26 miles.
That's on land. You're a water guy.
Have I not? Have I not made it clear that the oceans are fucked? That's you know
Oceans
what?
are fucked, but
I was
that's
gonna be a little more sugar coated. We're pretty much in a death spiral here now,
But
everyone.
the oceans are
It's
fucked.
just gonna
but
go down and down from
The
here.
oceans are fucked, but that's your element. You're not an earthbender. You're a waterbender.
Oh.
I don't watch TV.
How do you know that's a TV reference?
All right. So our next question, luckily enough, has to do with the topic of movies, and we're going to ask Mr. Scrooge this: would you rather watch only dramas for the rest of your life, or watch only comedies for the rest of your life?
Well, I do love a good laugh.
What's your favorite comedy film?
My favorite comedy? A wonderful question.
Would it be
Well, I suppose it would be Gone with the Wind. I mean, it made me laugh more than The Train, and those are the only 2 movies I've seen.
You've never seen Wizard of Oz? Because I'm pretty sure that
Oh,
came out
God,
in the
no,
30s.
never, no.
That's one of my favorite movies. I would highly recommend seeing that movie.
Don't like lions or people made of tin.
All right, then. So dramas, it will be.
Well,
Or
I'd
no,
love
no,
to
I'm sorry.
see-
Comedies,
If
it
you were
would be.
to
but-
give me the choice, I would love to one day see something that I found in the Shakespearean sense happy.
Okay. Asked and answered. Mr. G. House, would you... Okay, this also has to do with you, since you're a wealthy dude, and you're going to be even more wealthy with the stuff you put out. Would you rather live until you're 80 years old, but live in poverty, or live only until 40, but be extremely wealthy?
40 and extremely wealthy, because that sounds like more lit, essentially. If I'm like 80 and broke, that means like I ran out of money, which means I stopped making music, which why would I do that? If like I'm 40 and rich, probably means I got shot, which is honestly how I'd want to go out.
Quick and hopefully relatively painless if it was to the heart of the head.
Probably not, because I think what happens with a lot of like rap assassinations is like rappers don't know how to kill other rappers, so they end up shooting them like 27 times, or they miss like all vital parts, you know? So it's probably going to be like a pretty slow bleed out. I might get like a gut shot and get lucky, but otherwise it's probably going to suck.
Okay.
But that's
Fair
the
enough.
life of a rapper, and I'm prepared to die for it, so.
As MF Doom once called it, the most dangerous profession.
Facts.
All right, Dr. Francis, would you rather have no tongue or have no teeth?
I went to the University of Florida. Okay.
What does that have to do
I've
with
done a lot of
anything?
I've done a
Not
lot of
very good
dives.
School.
It's great for marine
Oh,
biology.
shit, baby.
I put my life into this.
Okay.
I was just trying to get the word out.
Okay.
I feel like you hoodwinked me.
I did not.
You talked about
I didn't know such
you
thing.
talked about shoving an artichoke up your ass earlier. From what I remember, you were the one who said it.
I don't think it was.
I don't think it was. I don't think it was G House.
I remember it.
You were just kept holding up this artichoke, and you're like, "I'm going to shove this up my
gonna shove
ass
it up my
later."
ass. I'm gonna shove
Thank
it
you,
so far
thank
up
you,
there.
Mr. Scrooge. And I'm just trying to get the
we were-
word out, man.
you were
No
gassed.
teeth, whatever. No teeth. I don't care. Fuck this show. And your artichoke. Keep it in the bedroom.
All right, Mr. Scrooge, are you right? Before I ask this, are you right or left-handed?
Well, I'm ambidextrous, young man.
Of course he is.
Okay, what are you equally ambidextrous?
Wouldn't you like to find out?
I just need a yes or no to ask
And
this
yet
question.
I refuse to give you one. Never answer a question without understanding it. That's a business rule. You can take that to the bank.
Okay, so we will skip that question. And Dr. Scrooge, would you rather have to sleep 3 hours every day or have to sleep 15 hours every day?
Well, I'd rather sleep 3 hours every day. It leaves me significantly more time to make money.
Yes, but you would feel the effects of that. And I don't know about you, but
I'm already sleep maxing. I'm already doing all of the things that you do. I only need 4 hours of sleep because that's just how hard I rest, baby. I work hard, I play hard, I sleep hard.
All right, asked and answered. Dr. Francis, would you rather be a cat or a dog?
You're still asking me these questions.
You at least got to
I think
give
it's
him
a great
two marine.
question.
I don't think it's a great question.
Animals. You got to give him 2 marine animals. Those aren't even marine animals. Would you rather be a catfish or a dogfish?
There we go.
Yeah,
Here's the
a
question.
catfish or a dogfish?
Catfish are actually very hardy. And they swim. They cover a lot of distance.
The dogfish are kind of like
Yeah,
sharks.
yeah, but they also
are a little bit like sharks.
They're
Sharks
bottom
are pretty
feeders,
cool.
and they eat the crap. You don't mind eating the garbage at
It's
the
like
bottom
I
of the
tell
lake?
my employees, somebody has to eat the crap. It's not going to be me, so it might as well be you.
I don't
Might as well
exactly
be
agree with that
Kermit the Frog.
sentiment, but I agree halfway. Someone's got to do it.
G-House, would you rather be in jail for a year with no possibility of getting out? You're in there for a full 12 months. Or live in complete isolation in the mountains for a
Be
year.
in jail for a year because that would help with my street cred, which I'm honestly lacking in as a rapper. Living in the isolation in the mountains for 12 months, that would be like idyllic and like kind of maybe enlightening, but also wouldn't help with my street cred at all.
Okay, but if you're in jail for a year, you would not be able to...
False. Make music.
You could do like Gucci Mane. He could write several records
Yep.
from jail.
Bobby Shmurda did a verse over the jail phone
Yep.
for a song.
You can listen to Ty Dolla $ign's Associates do it on one of his debut albums. His debut album, I think.
Okay, great. All right.
Looks like the ocean isn't the only topic you didn't research before having us all on.
I definitely did not.
You know, we put ourselves on the line coming on this show, okay?
Speak for yourself.
I wandered in.
Some of us put ourselves on the line to be on this show. This is important. You have a platform that you need to be utilizing.
You're like Rogan.
Oh, don't compare me to Joe Rogan.
Got a platform.
You're like Bill Maher.
I'm expecting a bump from this.
Oh, you'll get in the patented Motor City
Walker
Mirth.
bump. Yeah.
Motor City
The
Mirth
Andrew
bump.
Walker bump. I've heard of it.
Yeah, everyone's heard of it. So, Mr. Scrooge, would you rather be a rock star or a movie star?
Well, I don't much care for pictures. You insist on asking me these ridiculous questions about films, so I guess I would rather be a rock star.
How many rock stars do you know in the late 1930s?
Well, there's traditional, there's sugar-free, there's zero-calorie, there's like a juice line of products, and then
And
there's
those
like a
exist.
guava.
And those exist in the 30s.
Yes, and then they were gone for a while because they were incredibly dangerous,
Oh,
and then they're back now.
And then they brought them back. Okay, that makes more sense.
for you fools and simpletons to drink on.
He's talking about the energy drink.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Now, this
You know,
is,
if a dolphin eats one of those cans, they just die. I don't know what they
But
make
first
it out
they
of.
get fucking rock and roll.
They have a really, and you know, dolphins super horny, so it's wild for about 3 hours, and then their hearts can't take it.
all right.
Should
So
ask their doctor if their heart was healthy enough for sex.
Right?
this is our last question, and it will go to Dr. Francis. And I think I know which one you will answer. But would you rather be a contestant on Wheel of Fortune or a contestant on Jeopardy? I feel like you would do really good on Jeopardy because you know a lot of facts, whereas Wheel of Fortune is just guessing.
I don't know if he'd do that good on Jeopardy because unless the category is literally marine biology, I don't know how much he knows outside.
I
that
would
field.
do great at Jeopardy. I know other things.
Yes.
Everybody thinks that they'd be great on Jeopardy, and then you step to that bell, and boy, suddenly you don't know anything about Mary Queen of Scots, and you're fucked.
You know, I I know more than just marine biology. I know other stuff. I'm a multifaceted human being.
Okay. Well,
I
that
would go on Jeopardy and prove you all
I would
wrong.
too. I think I would.
I
do
think you would be terrible at Jeopardy. You don't know much.
Oh.
You didn't know what a metaphor was earlier.
Oh.
I'd go on Wheel of Fortune for the come up, honestly.
Yeah.
I would have gone if they had the old host.
Of Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah.
What was his name?
Charlton Bartholomew
I
from
think
the
that was it.
original Wheel of Fortune?
Yeah. I was a big Charlton Bartholomew fan.
All right.
Uh-huh.
All right, folks, we are getting to the end of the show. Unfortunately, Ben Johnson, he didn't text me. He's probably getting beat up he's probably halfway in the grave.
Courtesy of Dan Campbell.
Courtesy of Dan Campbell after he drank 32 Natty Lights and is on a bender. But at the end of our show, we do like to promote our guests. Business ventures, creative things. So I'll start with G House. We already mentioned that you have 4 songs on SoundCloud. Are you on any other platforms that people?
I'm on Instagram at ghouse, or there's like a dash in there. I don't remember where it is though.
Okay, fair enough.
Also got a YouTube channel. It's called either House Party or G House. I don't remember. It doesn't matter because you guys are gonna find me. I never believe in all of you.
You will find you. He believes in every single one of you. Do you have anything else to plug? Do you or anybody you know close to you are performing at any local clubs around here or comedy clubs or anything that you would like to promote?
I don't need to perform. I can just let the mixtape go viral, and then that'll just take care of itself.
All right, fair enough.
I did my performance. I got the performance coming up here. You know, I might grace an open mic every now and then, but otherwise I can just let it simmer and build.
Okay. And people will be able to find you online, just searching for you.
It's just gonna happen.
It's
just gonna happen.
It will happen. Dr. Bill Francis, do you have? You seem like the kind of guy that either has or will be coming out with a book based on these facts. Do you have a?
Yeah, I do have a book coming out, and I'm sorry, I'm a little heated from this experience, but I'll plug it.
Yeah.
The title of the book is, hey, you know those little plastic things your sodas come in? Is it really that fucking hard to cut them?
Wow,
So
how
the-
did the publisher let that happen?
Listen, the publisher is with me, okay? He
Okay.
understands the struggle. It's like, is it that fucking, and it's just, this book is just a list of things. It's just asking the reader, is it that fucking hard?
No.
Is it that fucking hard to
No.
walk
It's like a
sometimes?
book of poems or something.
It's kind of like poems. I was a little more accusatory than poems, though. I would say they're.
That's called rap. Accusatory poems. That's what rap is, really.
Did I?
Yeah,
I may.
yeah.
I may have an album. I may have written an
Hey,
album.
there you
That's
go.
my favorite Ghostface Killer track.
Accusa-
Accusatory poem.
Accusatory poems. Yeah. But is it that hard? Is it that hard? Is it that hard, everyone, to just do a little bit more so maybe, I don't know, the whole fucking planet doesn't die? But also, if the planet is dying, I'd like to go see a comedy show sometimes.
Yeah,
And I know that this April at Planet Ant.
I was going to say, speaking of the planet dying soon, do you have any other?
I didn't need help with the segue, Andrew. This April, Planet Ant will be showing a new comedy one-act play called Turbo Teen, based on the 1980s Hanna-Barbera cartoon about a kid who can turn into a car. Except he's not a kid anymore. Now he's a sad man in his 30s. And there's a play about him, and it's coming out.
You said where?
Planet Ant in Hamtramck, Michigan.
Yeah. No, you said we're
I said
going.
we're? Yeah, like all of us. We're going to discover this together.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Do you know anybody in the cast?
No, not really.
So you just want to throw that out there?
No, I just thought it looked like a great show.
Yeah,
I watched,
no connection, no personal connection.
No, it just looks like a fantastic show.
Okay. So, with that being said, last Saturday I saw
That's gonna be done with its run by the time this episode comes out.
Never mind.
But thank you. I appreciate the thought.
A show
That's
called,
why I'm plugging the other
okay.
show. Thank you, though. You were there and you were very nice.
How do you know?
I hang out at Planet Ant.
Oh.
I was at that show too. He's talking about the crossing of Hammon. It's a different planet Ant that's not going to be running. So I don't know why you brought it up.
I brought it
heard
up
that show before.
because I thought it was great.
It was. I also enjoyed it from the audience.
Yes, and if you check my Facebook and Instagram, I have several pictures up. And one of the guys in the play or the show looks a lot like, I mean, he could be twins with Dr. Francis, but anyway.
I don't see the resemblance.
We won't go into that. Yeah, he had elf ears and he had swords, so yeah.
Different guy.
Different guy. Mr. Scrooge, do you have anything to promote?
Yes, let me show you fools how this is done. I, of course, as an ageless being and coming back from the future as well as forward from the past, obviously. So I actually, from the future, saw Turbo Teen live and reloading at the Planet Ant Theater.
Wow.
And I saw it on April 19th, 20th, 21st, and 26th and 27th. I was there all 5 nights.
Wow.
It was an amazing show, very funny.
Did anybody die? Like in real life?
Well, no spoilers.
He meant in real life.
Yeah, in real
Well,
life.
and yet still no spoilers.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough. It's best not to know the future. I've
Jimmy Fallon.
Oh.
died.
Who's to say? Maybe I was just saying Jimmy Fallon.
All right.
Hope not.
Do you have anything else to promote? Your business?
Buy zebra mussels.
Don't encourage
are
that.
delicious.
Don't encourage that. They're
All right.
invasive species.
That is our show,
They're
folks.
delicious.
Delicious species.
That is our show. Thank you for G House, Dr. Bill Francis, and Mr. Ebenezer Scrooge for being on our show. Ben Johnson, sorry you didn't show up. You're probably being beat to a pulp right now by Dan Campbell. We may hear some news about it tomorrow on the local news. But Ben Johnson, come on next time and maybe you can be on. But to those of you watching at home or on YouTube, thank you for watching our show. This is episode 9 of Motor City Mirth, and we hope to do many more in the future. Once again, thank you. Say goodbye, everybody.
Peace.
Peace out, and we'll see you next time. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for watching the interview segment of our show where we talk to G House, Ebenezer Scrooge, and Dr. Bill Francis. And we're going to leave you with 2 songs, 2 rap songs by our good friend, G House. G House, take it away, and can you tell us what your first song is named?
Absolutely, Andrew. This first song is called Make It Out. Yeah.
All right, take it away, brother.
Out of this, not acknowledging the opposite. But I promise on my mama I'ma make it. I just gotta make it out of this, not acknowledging the opposite. I talk a lot of shit, but I promise on my mama I'ma make it out. Said I promise on my mama I'ma make it out. I'ma make it. I just gotta make it out of this, not acknowledging the opposite. I talk a lot of shit, but I promise on my mama I'ma make it out. Said I promise on my mama I'ma make it out. I'ma make it. If I'm honest, I'm a mess. All this shit got me depressed. All this working got me stressed. All this shooting need a rep. Too confusing, not amusing. I could use a couple M's, but this music keep it moving. Gotta prove it, need a pen. Can I write? Can I rap? Well, I guess it all depends. Am I a liar or just higher than the motherfucking rim? Couple sins, couple burns. Pretty soon I need to earn. I've been yearning for these earnings ever since I took a turn on the mic. I was nice, thinking I could make a grill. For a stack, double that. How is that? Roll a spliff, not a riff, and it's absurd how I've been swerving on these words like it's a burden. So suburban, I'm affirming lessons learned as a youth. Like the truth is often stranger than the lie, and that the proof is more obtuse than you could ever justify. I'm just speaking from the heart, cause my mind is out of town, and my soul is out of line from catching bodies on the ground. No exaggeration, niggas hating, taking L, I ain't debating. I'm the greatest, tell them all to go to hell. Time will tell if these words will even see the light of day, but I believe in my achievements. Got these demons out the way, I'm saying make it out of this, not acknowledging the opposite. I talk a lot of shit, but I promise on my mama I'ma make it out. Said I promise on my mama I'ma make it out. I'ma make it. I just gotta make it out of this, not acknowledging the opposite. I talk a lot of shit, but I promise on my mama I'ma make it out. Said I promise on my mama I'ma make it out. I'ma make it. Basically, I'm making this. Basically, I'm taking risks. Wait and see on agencies, cause lately I've been playing it. Hustle flow, take a sip. Basically, I'm saying this. What you need a label for when all you want is paper quick. Hoping that you make it, kid, cause both of us were made to spit. And greatness isn't painless, it's contagious, so I'd hate to quit on the game. So ashamed, they don't even know the name. I'm Superman with super fans, and now I need a lowest lane. Used to be the lowest lane, but then I took control of things. I'm bold enough to go for stuff and old enough to. Talent isn't balanced, such a fallacy. I had to pay attention to dimensions of myself that I would rather stay hidden, but I lit them up. Riches, will I get enough? Bitch, I'm on a mission, had a vision, now it's written up. So legit, I'm over getting overlooked. Overtook the game, now it's a shame because this fame has got me overbooked. What I say when I blow up made lemonade in my soul, cause had lemons first and that penance hurt, but I demonstrated composure. I really live what I write. That silly kid, but I might go psycho on this micro like I'm Michael and that ISO, I'm that GOAT. Thank you. This next song is called Token.
You are now listening to Anyway Well.
Rapping acrobatics, passing on the mathematics. Rather have an ass in hand than an exam on that mechanic. And I've had it up to addicts with thematic rapping. Acting automatic is sad as a MAGA hattin'. I've been hacky sacking, kicking sand and magic happens. Actually enacting any fantasy I can imagine. Interplanetary landed and they had to panic. Stashing cash inside of mattresses for added padding. Potency, cause ain't nobody cold as me. Lotus posing openly, opponents only smoking trees. So I'm hoping we can open what I wrote and see this token going overseas. If no, it's only poetry. Focus on my potency, cause ain't nobody cold as me. Lotus posing openly, opponents only smoking trees. So I'm hoping we can open what I wrote and see this token going overseas. If no, it's only poetry. Manic, rational, dramatically compatible. A natural disaster, so an aftershock is apropos. Magic animal, my mandible's mechanical. Elastic, never static, passing rappers like a lateral. Massive radical, I'm maddest at the status quo. A magnet to the habit, I'll be rapping till I'm fat as Joe. Had to have it, never acted like a casual. Tragically ecstatic, guess I really am the saddest goat. Potency, cause ain't nobody cold as me. Lotus posing openly, opponents only smoking trees. So I'm hoping we can open what I wrote and see this token going overseas. If no, it's only poetry. Focus on my potency, cause ain't nobody cold as me. Lotus posing openly, opponents only smoking trees. So I'm hoping we can open what I wrote and see this token going overseas. If no, it's only rap's a catapult, I've landed at the castle vault. Stacks of cash and fattest asses, all amassed collateral. This was practical and madness was the manual. Don't ask about my past or just the half of it you had to know. Automatic, no, I'm going on sabbatical, so no more random statuses until my ass is black as smoke. Had to have it, never acted like a casual. Tragically ecstatic, yes, I really am the saddest goat. Potency, cause ain't nobody cold as me. Lotus posing openly, opponents only smoking trees. So I'm hoping we can open what I wrote and see this token going overseas. If no, it's only poetry. Potency, cause ain't nobody cold as me. Lotus posing openly, opponents only smoking trees. So I'm hoping we can open what I wrote and see this token going overseas. If no, it's only poetry. Thank you.
All right. Excellent job, G House. In a few months, you'll see him performing at Madison Square Garden, most likely, right? All right, folks, thank you for watching Motor City Mirth, Episode 9. We always appreciate you watching us on YouTube. Leave a comment, message us. It keeps us going, and we like to provide entertainment for y'all. And we will see you next time. Take care. All right, cut.